What's up, guys? It's B-Sides here from Icon Collective. Today I'm going to show you how to use Ableton Live's drum rack and actually extract the individual chains out to their own tracks, and then using the track delay function in the arrange window to sort of affect your own swing. So let's take a look. So right here in this session, I have a drum rack that I've loaded, some sounds, and then this is the MIDI program I have. So as you can see right now, they're all on the same track. Drum racks is really useful in that sense that you can go back to the session view and I can expand it with that arrow. And I can see that all the individual tracks are labeled, and so I can process them differently with effects and everything from here. That's really useful. It effectively becomes a drum bus without you having to do anything. One other thing that's really fun, though, is to actually extract the chains and give you an expanded level of control with your sounds. Every little mixer window here, I can just right-click on and say extract the chain. And what that does, if you look back to the arrange window, is it puts that one sound on its own drum rack channel. So that's just the kick. I can relabel these and so on and split them all out. So I have this other one that I've already done that for. And I can regroup them to have the drum bus if I want to process them all together. But now I have them all out on their own separate instance. So the advantage of doing this is that I can make individual edits in here without having to go back into the MIDI piano roll window. And I like to, once I'm on the arrange window, I like to keep on the arrange window. I want to see everything that I want to use during the arrangement of my track from this area. So if I wanted to take out individual kicks, all I do is just delete it right out of this screen. Also, you have individual sends and returns. Now you can set that up with like chainless commands inside drum racks, but I find it a lot more useful to be able to see the sends and returns from the arrange window. The other cool thing is you have track delay, which was originally put in the program so that if you have a lot of latency from software, you can compensate. But it's also a cool way of kind of using it to affect your own swing on instruments. You can see this says MS, that stands for milliseconds, so I can actually physically push any of these tracks off the grid a little bit by, this is 7 milliseconds. You can just play around with it. Sometimes pushing the hi-hats in front of the track can kind of give it a more human feel. And I can, monkey around with this to just have the snare hit at a certain place where the clap's not, so they're not right on the same big transient. In this track, I've selected the clap to hit 7 milliseconds before the snare, so it gives it a nice snap. And I think I'm sending just the clap to a reverb send. And it's all split out and labeled in nice for me. Just playing around with these is a fun way to affect the whole swing of your entire track without, again, having to go into the MIDI parts, taking them on and off grid. And then again, it's all back on the drum bus here. It's folded back. Real easy, looks nice and neat, and you can get on with your song that way. That's about it. I use that all the time. It's kind of how I always set up my drums for each session, so I hope that's useful to you. Thanks for watching.